Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion, plays the Binding of Isaac AFTERBIRTH Plus. Yesterday's daily, it wasn't horrible. We were 474th, 5.74 percentile. It's the worst one in, like, the last 10 days, but it's not a complete, botched failure of a run. If anything, I'm gonna take it as a warning shot, I played not my style and I was punished for it, but today's daily is a Maggie run. It goes all the way to the end. The scores on the front page range from 39,000 to 58,000. That indicates to me that today's daily is probably pretty freaking terrible. 39,000 for the 30th best score on a run. Oh, we have blank card and High Priestess as well. I don't know, International, Foot Fetish Day or something like that. But 39,000 for a run that goes all the way to the end is like a terrible sign. That's normally you'd be looking at like 60s at the top, and then I don't know, maybe like 60 to 49 or something like that. I mean, we're getting a little too into the banal minutia of what's going on there, but I'm almost, just because of the fact that I have also now gotten... Wait, can I drop the Mom's Toenail? Because I don't know if I really want that. You cannot drop Mom's Toenail. Maybe that's the problem right there. Because I was looking at this run and I was like, am I losing my mind? Because it feels like this daily, just by virtue of getting Cat of Nine Tails right off the bat, and starting, High Priestess blank card is a decent combo. At least, especially early game, where it matters that you kill bosses without getting hit, because you're unlikely to have that many Spirit Hearts. Like, it seemed like there must have been some mistake, like I was looking at the wrong leaderboards or something, but perhaps not. Maybe we should have stuck blank card Justice on a daily, but I'm gonna take this. I like its ability to kill bosses early. I feel good about that. This is probably our secret room. Just watch out. We gotta, like, constantly keep on the move to not get hit. This secret room seems like it shows up all the time now. We gotta constantly be on the move to try not to get hit by the foot that's gonna come down. I guess we could have blown up the Tinted Rock as well. Or instead, I should say. But anyway, we're moving on. And I mean, the daily, it has all the tools right now. It has the tools of a run that I almost became a dog there while I was talking. It has the tools of a run that could pop off. But, obviously there's better players than myself, or at least, I'm trying not to... Here's the thing, whenever you insult yourself, even implicitly, it comes across as fishing for compliments, right? But it's not fishing for compliments. There are people on the leaderboards that have, 100 times out of the last 110 beaten me in terms of their score on these dailies. They're better players than myself. That's not an admission of low self-confidence. It's just knowing where you stand, I'm not Pete Sampras circa 2003 when it comes to Isaac. I'm like... Michael Chang or something like that. I'm like, American tennis ranking, top 70, maybe, somewhere in there. I'm 75th on the leaderboards right now, so I can live with that. Let's just go back and explore a little bit here. We're not going to get an arcade, which means we're probably not going to be able to go to the boss trap room. Although it looks like this could fairly easily be a secret room. I can't even stress enough to you. 2 minutes, 38 seconds into the video, went all morning, all afternoon, no Skype messages. 2 minutes, 30 seconds into the Isaac video. It's time. It's time for some impromptu Skype conversations. It's like our days are exactly offset enough that can happen. I really thought I could make it out of there. I guess, to be honest with you, taking half a Spirit Heart is pretty decent. Instead of taking a full Spirit Heart, which I would have if the champion ran into me. Let's grab this. Skype, by the way, is actually just Dan quoting Kanye West lyrics right now. Oh, no item rooms. Okay, I was going to say, something doesn't seem right about this run. So no item rooms is going to leave us behind the 8-ball in a relatively big way. I don't really want to go buy a bomb to blow up a Spirit Heart. Or blow up a Tinted Rock, and I don't even know what I'd be hoping to get at that point. But I love High Priestess here, helping us out, keeping us on pace. Spirit Heart's helping out. If we get a good deal with the devil, as far as I'm concerned, we're off to the races. I mean, we got a deal with the devil that will probably be good later. And I'm not going to take Headless Baby. It's just not good enough if we're going to be getting deals with the devil like crazy from this point onwards. So hopefully you understand my methodology there. Yeah, I don't know. Today must be... I don't know, it's Christian Louboutin's birthday or something like that. Someone at Nicholas big into shoes? I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Today's June 2nd. Maybe it's Anna Wintour's birthday. NL, I didn't know you knew so much about haute couture. It's true, I do. Having grown up spending a lot of time on the internet, you know? I'm not saying I'm a person who resonates with luxury brands and high fashion whatsoever, but, you know, I am aware that Anna Wintour, of course, played by Meryl Streep in The Devil Wears Prada, editor of Vogue for many years. Christian Louboutin. 50 Cent released a remixed version of CeeLo Green's F You, where he said, see the red on the bottom of her Christian Louboutins match my Ferrari, and that's why she's gone. And I said to myself, who is this Christian Louboutin? And I Googled it, and probably Rap Genius told me, oh, Christian Louboutin is a high-end shoe designer based, probably, let's be honest, probably France or Italy. That sounds more French. And that's, you know, you start to build this nexus of pop culture references that, you know, double back in on each other and reinforce themselves in your mind. Do you think if Anna Wintour was a big fan of Game of Thrones and she was in the throes of sensual climax, she would say Wintour is coming? Good one. Good one. So we have the Emperor card. What do you think about an Emperor card in this situation? Think that it's tempting. Oh, you gotta go Chaos. If we get the money, we gotta go Chaos. That's like the first rule of... There's a book series, right? Rule of something. It's the first rule of that. I'm kind of going halfsies on the reference there, but that's okay. Oh, NL, you're getting too family friendly. Yeah, well, what about the joke about the former editor of Vogue having a sexual climax? I don't think so, buddy. That's not friendly to anybody, least of all Anna Wintour. No disrespect, man. I really know nothing about your career, but because of the fact that you have a Wikipedia article, I have to assume that you've achieved some level of notoriety. Plus, Meryl Streep ain't playing me in no movies. I'd have to think about what would have to happen in my life for Meryl Streep to ever play me in a movie, and I don't like it. Not because of any, like, gender bending or anything like that, but because if Meryl Streep is playing me in a movie, I probably died before my time. Because I nothing against Meryl Streep at all. I hope I outlive her. She's got, like, at least 40 years on me, let's be honest. So, if I could... Dude, we're popping off on this run. If I go down before her and she gets to play me in a movie of my life, then something has gone wrong. I mean, I have nothing against... It's not a zero-sum game. I could die early and she could live forever for all I care. But if she's playing me in a movie, there's a bad situation that's happened there somewhere. But I guess I died in a remarkable way, or at least a way remarkable enough to have its own movie. Hopefully it's not a comedy. No danger of that with your jokes, NL. Good one. Maybe they'll make a movie about... Hey, maybe one day I'll learn how to talk. Hey, maybe one day they'll make a YouTube commenters movie. It'll be called Please Stop, He's Already Dead. Let's keep moving on here. We need to get a... Well, I could use 2 bombs to get in there. That's very true. I want to get Chaos, though. I'm still trying to figure out why the scores are so bad on today's daily. Like, does something happen? Because as of right now, it's probably, you know, about average, maybe slightly below average. And we got blank card hero font, which is fine. I recognize the most obvious avenue for this to go bad. Lee? Lee! No, for this to go badly is... Bad Lee was the villain from Rush Hour 4, which was scrapped. It was Lee, but he went into the Shadow Realm. And, is that we get stomped on by Mom's toenail, like, frequently. Frequently was the good guy. He could clone himself as Rush Hour 5, but it never really popped off is the thing. So we're not going to be able to get Chaos. So we're sadly just going to go here. And maybe Chaos would have done it, or maybe Chaos is what's caused all the problems to begin with, you know? We'll never know. We're 2 minutes ahead of schedule. We've already checked this and gotten everything. Yeah, our damage stat is good. The rate of fire is okay. Speed is okay. We need to amp those up if possible, but as of right now, this isn't me being cocky. I'm not saying, like, how did these idiots get such bad scores today? Rather, I'm just saying, when does the other shoe drop here? Because, I mean, at the present moment, this daily looks just fine. Mind you, like, to get a daily in the 40,000s is like, it's far from bad. Might just be a high damage penalty. But the fact that I'm not saying I'm gonna be up there in the 40,000s. I'm just saying the fact that there is a 40,000 score in the top 30 right now indicates to me that this run seems to be harder than average to get a good score on, and I'm trying to figure out where that comes from, but that's okay. Hey, do you think when Anna win... Okay, you get the idea. I'm not going to slander poor Anna Wintour. I mean, maybe I should because I don't have anything else to say, apparently, but you get the idea. Okay, just... That guy's got to go first. It's good to go. You're going next, right? That's right. We got to keep moving a little bit because the foot's going to come down on occasion. I stand by my decision to get rid of High Priestess, the Melisandre card, in order to pick up... oh, careful. In order to pick up the Hierophant. Hierophant blank card is like #1. At the fast food restaurant of my life, that's a #1 combo if you got blank card. If it's blank card week, you want the Hierophant. Even if your HP is good. Because there's really no reason not to use it frequently. You know, you get more Spirit Hearts. Sometimes you will be able to pick up, sometimes you won't. Even if you won't, you have them there as like as stored value, basically, just chilling on the ground. We would consider like a Yera as well, no doubt about it. Like here, why wouldn't we really? Especially with another battery charge available. We're not going to need Spirit Hearts for... any deals with the devil in the very near future, that's for certain. Now, I would... Oh, okay, that was weird. I definitely would not replace blank card Hierophant with IV bag, so we're just going to ignore that. Great timing on the appearance of that item. Ooh, almost walked on the spikes there. But it's not necessarily like a horrible affront to our lives that it came into our existence here. We got some... You know what? Maybe it's good. I was going back there to go to the boss trap room, but maybe it's better this way. We'll keep our pace high so we're not, like, super freaked out as we try to make it to boss rush. Like, every time I make it to boss rush, I'm an early person. I've said it many times. Trying not to, you know, crib this complete bit from Mike Birbiglia from his excellent comedy special from earlier this winter. However, I don't like being late, and every daily is lateness. You know, every daily you're like 15 seconds away from being late. Now, if you're a late person, that's called being on time. If you're an early person, you know, you arrived like 15 minutes after you expected to, which is why it's cumbersome for me. I think we want cards more than we want hearts. You know what we really want is bombs, dude. Like, they just do not exist. So I'm thinking maybe this is where we start to slide into mediocrity on this run. We're fighting a tanky boss. That's going to start to, you know, affect my psychology. And I'm like, we're not doing enough damage. We're not doing enough damage. So then I'm like, we got to go faster. I don't know how I'm going to do that. But if this deal with the devil is like bad or Krampus, then I'm going to feel like I'm behind the 8 ball despite being 2 minutes ahead of it. And now that we've identified that harmful thought pattern, we can try to get out in front of it. And just remember, if we keep going at the same pace we've been going, we're going to be good. You know, we're doing really, really well. I mean, that was really poor. But apart from that, we're doing... Okay, that was way worse, but... we're doing fine. Okay, so we got horrible rate of fire increase and then a Krampus fight. So it's actually even worse than predicted. We desperately need a Tears upgrade. We did get a... Nice. We did get a speed upgrade. And we could really use Lump of Coal. A Tears downgrade without a damage increase is the worst, man. We got an HP downgrade as well, but like, as far as I'm concerned, that basically does not matter. Okay, Lump of Coal is exactly what we needed here, so let's just be content with that. We're about a minute ahead of schedule still, in spite of ourselves, so that's good, but we've basically halved our DPS. But we are going to make boss rush, and I feel confident saying that because despite the fact that we're gonna be doing like very little damage, we are loving life because of the XL floor here. It should allow us to find the boss fight more quickly, be in a better position in that regard. We just one-shot that guy thanks to having great range and also Lump of Coal, so that actually made me jump in my seat. And not like, let's go, like actually like, let's go. Like, I got hit, I got scared, you know? I just had a pulmonary infarction. Got a bomb. Bomb allows us to play the judgment. Again, we got so much time. We might as well go for it. I will say, I wouldn't say it's a junk daily. There's some good stuff going on here, but an experimental treatment that actually takes away half of your DPS is god-awful. It's just horrible. Okay, so, like, this guy needs to go, and he's close. Once you get one, the remainder shouldn't be that bad. Did it to myself, did it to myself. Is this the room? I'm going to go to the subreddit, and everybody on the subreddit's going to be like, this is the room where I knew this daily was going to be garbage. Once you get, like, 2 of them taken out, it's no problem whatsoever. But before you get 2 of them taken out, that's a carnival of sadness right there. God, I hate tanky enemies with a poor rate of fire. So it became crystal clear pretty quickly why this run is not very good. And honestly, this is one of the worst ways for that to have happened. Because now I'm looking at this and I'm like, it must not really ever get any better. Like, tiers-wise, or maybe even damage-wise. Because if it did, we wouldn't be seeing those scores on the leaderboards. This is now, like, easily the most plausible explanation for bad leaderboard scores. So we could teleport. I think that's actually idiotic. I'm now skeptical, by the way, that we're going to be able to make boss rush. If we find it, that's fine. But we need to find a way to kill Mom. I think this is me acknowledging that things are going to be a little rough here, because how are we going to kill Mom in even, like, close to a timely fashion? I don't see the optics of the situation. You know, it takes us 30 seconds to get through this room. We're going to be doing almost no damage. Almost never. And there's no item rooms for us to get before the Mom fight. So, I mean, sure, bombs they have some importance. But unless we can get, like, Mom to hurt herself, or, I don't know, like an amazing shop or something like that. So it turns out, like, blank card Emperor might have been the better choice, although I don't know what our HP would look like in that situation. This one is just becoming, like, kind of a grind. And that is unfortunate. That one experimental treatment could throw the whole thing into question like this. But we still, you know, that's the thing with dailies. You never walk alone on a daily. You know, you always got other people there working with you. They want you to succeed, probably, most of the time. Or they want you to fail, but they want you to fail in a spectacular and entertaining way, which is honestly, like, still pretty excellent. So be okay with that as well. So really, like, as much as it would pain me to give up blank card on a daily, for my sanity to pick up, like, a red or blue candle might be exactly what the doctor ordered. I really wanted that to murder these guys. So I'm gonna own up to another mistake on this run that didn't become apparent until now. With our DPS, or at least our rate of fire being so horrible, it would have been actually pretty nice to have Headless Baby. As much as I hate to admit that Headless Baby might have changed our fortunes a little here. I believe it. It's just, I don't know that I've ever seen a run go from, like, promising to pretty much garbage this quickly. Even if we make it into the Mom fight, no greed, no greed. Okay, oh, blue candle. Okay, we have to. All is forgiven now. Like, sincerely, all is forgiven. Okay, we bought the Empress instead of the Hierophant. I mean, it doesn't matter, It is now conceivable that we could beat Mom in time, and we have some extra damage. So, okay, I actually have to close Skype. This is absurd. The messages are coming fast and furious now. We have a chance, though. I think a lot of people, and they might be right in this situation, a lot of people are going to be stubborn. They're going to say, you know, and I know stubbornness better than most. A lot of people are going to say, blank card, it's a 10 out of 10 on dailies. You got to go with it. And they're not wrong. You almost always got to go with blank card. I think this is one of the almosts, though. I also just realized there's, like, no chance we make boss rush, because we got to fight 2 bosses. And we can't find 1 boss. For the life of us, we can't find 1 boss. Joker? I don't know. Yeah, sure. Okay, Joker, like, immediately. And you're just hoping to get, like, some damage ups real quick. We found the boss. There is a chance. Just, yes, that was the perfect way for you to die there. I appreciate it. Great deal. Sister Viz is not the tankiest boss in human existence. It would help if we didn't whiff so many of the shots, but... he's sort of done it. This is laborious, man. Okay, we got a chance, a big tiers upgrade. Start throwing down bombs, lose your black cards, do what you gotta do. Hit me, take my black cards. We're going for this. And we've done it. We've actually made it. We don't need to go to the boss fight. And we can just use the Hierophant card. Now, I think, this Rude Awakening happens to me pretty frequently. When you make boss rush, you're like, sick. I made boss rush. Then you're like, oh right. Now I actually have to kill all the bosses on boss rush. And admittedly, Abaddon, you know, it's a marked improvement for this run. It's not like a 10 out of 10 though. Our damage is 8, which is probably a little bit above average without making enemies of everybody who thinks that 8 damage is like the greatest you could possibly have by the time you get the boss rush. But it's like certainly not 10 out of 10 level. I don't even know if it's 8 out of 10 level. It's probably like a 6.5. We do also have to like grind like crazy if we want to make the Hush fight here. So Blue Candle is very helpful, and you know, in a pre-Rebirth, Afterbirth Plus world, it was actually like, oh, I got Blue Candle, I win the game. This is from the same era where it was like, you know, oh, I got the Nail, I win the game. And I mean, to be fair, those are still easy items to win with. The difference is, we're not trying to win, we're trying to kill every single boss in the game sequentially, and then followed by that, you know, make it to the Hush fight in a timely fashion, and then kill the Hush as well without dying, and then we got the, you know, the rest of the run that begins there. So this is gonna be like one of the lowest scores we've had in a long time, maybe ever, getting out of boss rush here. Damage penalty seems pretty absurd. Normally we have like 13,000 points by now. We also, like, we got no items. Look, I'm starting to find myself getting tilted, and it's up to us to pull out of the tilt tailspin, admittedly. However, I want to know, like, internally how they value item rooms with Nicholas. Because they're like, okay, why would we give you item rooms today? You get Blank Card High Priestess. That's as good as, you know, 6 item rooms. It's not as good as 6 item rooms. Mom's Toenail, most of the time you don't even pick it up because it's too unwieldy. Must be an enemy that's gonna pop up. Yeah, we didn't get hit until then. So I'm just certifying. This is a bad daily. This is a quote-unquote, you know, bad daily. Mostly because of experimental treatment. So if you did this one, and it's the ultimate irony, of course, of dailies. If you did this one and you... What? That was so fast. If you did this one and you played conservatively, maybe you don't take experimental treatment, you find yourself actually doing maybe decent damage. Your speed's not going to get the speed up, so, you know, no good deed goes unpunished, but we should really not concern ourselves so much with the overarching meta of, like, you know, today's daily. What we should concern ourselves with is our ability to win today, our ability to survive. You know, no real reason to be taking as much damage as we have been taking. Except frustration, you know, starts to creep in. There is a chance we could fight Hush. I'm not going to worry about it too much. And our score, dude, I don't even know where our score is going to be sitting here. You should actually look for the person with the high score today because they are an Isaac god. You know, this is a daily where, statistically, the attributes are not working out in your favor. We might have, like, the mildest of mild legs up on the competition just because we made Boss Rush. But even that is, like, I don't know how much that's worth. I feel like we might be behind the 8 ball. And that's what I get for being skeptical, like, at the start of this run. It's like, you know, look at all these amazing upgrades we've gotten, or, like, decent upgrades we've gotten over the start of this. Turns out it was fool's gold, man. Texas Tea. Thank you, Angel Statue. That was downright conscientious of you. You're still alive. Yep. Well, I mean, despite stats, nothing to write home about, I think we could make the Hush fight. It would be helpful to me if we could, you know, get out of here within maybe, like, the next 10 seconds. That would be the most likely way of making that dream come true. Barely got out of the way of that one. This could be our final wave. I mean, I think we have not been going through the waves as slowly as we have on some other dailies, so. At 26 minutes, we're gonna need to book it, dude. The irony is, it's actually a run that's relatively well equipped to deal with, No, don't do that attack. That attack's the one that's the most... I need to kill you quickly is the problem, so I have to put myself at risk. We have a relatively good run from a Hush fight standpoint, you know? We got some survivability at least. Rate of fire maybe doesn't punish you as much for being terrible in that situation. If we get down to like 28 minutes though, there's no chance. Okay, so we get the D0, or D10. Obviously not worth anything at all. So 26 minutes, 2 minutes per floor. There's a theoretical chance. We traded speed for comfort, basically, by getting rid of, sorry to quote Wedding Crashers, but by getting rid of blank card. Actually, we traded comfort for speed, if I'm being honest. By getting rid of blank card, especially with the Hierophant, we've now put ourselves in a situation where we can go fast, but it might be a little dicey to get where we need to go. We probably need to predict where we're going correctly on like the first or second crack. I'm so mad. I'm actually so mad. I mean, it's my fault. I forced myself into kind of a bad position there. Still pretty cheesed off about Dark Bomb paying out with a spider there, though. It was like a 1 in 10 roll, and I was in the worst position to get dunked on. We're still going strong here. Relatively strong. Mental fortitude starting to collapse, but let's, you know, you just gotta reverse the tilt. Let's right the ship. You know, a tilt is not a capsize. A capsize is a capsize. There's no way the boss rush is down there, so we gotta, or there's no way the boss fight is down there, I mean, so we gotta go this way, and we know it's not gonna be to the right either, unless the rooms join up, so if they do, you know, fair play if they do. Some of those might be incredibly useful. We might as well see if it joins up. It does not. So it's like a 10-second room that I think was worth it for peace of mind. We didn't get hit there somehow, so life is but a dream. I'm just going to degauss us into having one extra spirit heart right off the bat. I'd say we borderline need an Emperor card at this point if we're going to make the Hush fight. Whether or not we want to do the Hush fight is another thing that I haven't really called into question at this point, but just like the quickest of quick glances to try to find a Tinted Rock, because Small Rock would be nice. Spirit Hearts are, you know, the lifeblood. Come on, dude. No Tinted Rocks at this point, though. Like, can we even wait for a bomb to explode to grab a Tinted Rock if we want to go to the Hush fight? I don't know. Okay, here we go. We're going to invert the tilt. I'm going to say, at this point, everybody watching as an impartial observer is going, hey, dummy, you're not going to make the Hush fight. Just slow your roll, stop taking damage, reposition yourself for a better chance of doing well on the chest. So we should really take my own surrogate advice there. It's highly implausible unless we get an Emperor card. Even if we get, you know, Brimstone, Mom's Knife, etc., etc. There's just not enough time, you know, in the run to pull it back. We may want to consider taking the White Pony. It is a speed upgrade. Definitely do not want that. Blue Candle's so useful, though. I think we have to roll Blue Candle for now. So obviously I'm going to keep trying to get to the Hush fight because I'm like an idiot. And also it's a nice point bonus. But I think we're going to be looking at like the 30,000s here as our final score. And that's a little like, I don't want to say embarrassing because, you know, we played to the conditions we were dealt today. But it's a bad score. I can completely understand why the scores on the front page were pretty garbage today. This is a garbage daily. And I don't use that term to say like, hey, you know, hey, you watch this garbage daily? Wow, way to waste your time. Why don't you do something productive like nothing? You know, that's... I hope you got entertained at least. Not that the video's over, but hope that you had found some entertainment value in today's daily. If even only through Schadenfreude, you know? To have watched a grown man self-flagellate on this video hopefully brought you a little enjoyment in some way, but admittedly this is not really my idea of a fun daily. The lost dailies, give me 1,000,000 of those before you give me another one of these. Just a Maggie, pull the wool out from under you. That's not how that expression goes. Pull the rug out from under you, from under your eyes. Wait. Rose-colored goggles, Yves Saint Laurent glasses. And we're not going to explore everything. Because the daily, it hasn't met us halfway, you know? There's always going to be people out there that are like, hey, someone treated you like garbage, kill them with kindness. Yeah, I mean, you should, you know, the best revenge, there's a saying that is hard to stomach, but it's true. The best revenge is living well. Because living well takes so long, and putting sugar in their gas tank would feel so good temporarily, but lead them maybe getting a felony or something like that. But either way, it is true. There's always going to be people that are like, if someone's mean to you, you should be super nice to them. I'm not one of those people necessarily. At least not past a point. And today's daily, maybe not super mean to us, but I don't really feel the need to meet it here, you know? It hasn't given us the tools that we need to really thrive, so it's like leaving... I'm giving my 2 weeks notice to this daily right now. And how's the office been? They've always paid me on time. It's been okay. You know, I can't... Basically... It was a job. It wasn't a career. It wasn't fulfilling. But it paid the bills, and I can't necessarily complain. But on the way out, am I going to, you know, give a personalized card to everybody at the office? No. Today's daily, if I'm being honest with you, it just hasn't earned it. You know, if I was leaving a company where the people were like my family, that'd be something. But that's not what this daily is. This daily's just, you know... Hey, your summer contract's over and we're not going to renew you, so pack your things. And that's fine. you know, a run like that, it helps you appreciate the good ones that much more. And for all the belly aching, well, it wasn't even belly aching, but theory aching, if you will, over whether or not Mom's toenail was going to be the deciding factor in this daily. It was like not that case at all. It barely impacted things. High Priestess could have kept us going faster. I don't know what our HP would have looked like, but it could have kept us going faster. If I'd known that Dark Bum would show up like 3 floors later, I might have stuck with High Priestess. Maybe we could have made the Hush fight, but I don't know. Now, if we'd made the Hush fight, it would have been more the same. It would have just been me complaining on the Hush fight, like, oh, our damage isn't that good, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, at least I'm going to take it as a blessing that maybe we missed the Hush fight here, so I could free myself from this merciless daily as quickly as possible. There have been worse ones, like... And honestly, it's been a lot better since picking up Torn Photo. Now, this is pretty minor. Ah, I got hit there. It's pretty minor, but if you're going to use a moon card on one of the last 2 floors, you might as well use it on the chest, or the dark room for that matter. Because if you get a chest, it's going to guarantee you an item. If we use it now... Sure, we could get an item. And in the end, like, it's possible this one has Black Lotus in it and the next one has, you know, like 2 pennies. But if all other things are equal, which for our knowledge they are, the best option is to maximize your chances of getting an item, especially if we don't care about our item penalty. This is also a daily, I should point out, you know, a lot of inside baseball talk here, but there's no... I don't think there's a guarantee that just because we won... We're going to win on a bad daily, that we're going to have a good rank. Because I think this is a daily that honestly seems very easy to win on. It just seems difficult to rank well on, so... I don't know. I would be expecting to probably be in the top 500, maybe, which is okay. And, you know, the further away I get from... a perfect run, the worse the ranking predictions get, so take it with a grain of salt, but still. Also, and take it like a man, steady and strong. I don't know the rest of the lyrics to the song, but it's time to love again. And take it like a man. Yeah, I listened to country music growing up. You can't, I mean, if you listen to country music now, I'm not trying to insult you or anything, but like, mid-1990s to late 1990s, that was like the music. Garth Brooks was the biggest artist in the world. He still is. Okay, I mean, Taylor Swift exists, but, you know, whatever you want to go believe in, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not even a Taylor Swift fan, you know? I don't hold it against her that To Pimp a Butterfly lost to Red at the Grammys, or 1985, or whatever the freaking album was called. It doesn't matter. The point is, it's just ridiculous, but at the same time, like, I don't hold it against her, but I mean, she's like the biggest artist on planet Earth. I know, like, probably like 8 Taylor Swift songs, and I've never willingly listened to one of them. That's how big of an artist she is. And for what it's worth, I don't know if there's any Taylor Swift backlash, but if there is, I'm not part of it. I think she seems like an affable young lady, and she makes music that is listenable. I always wonder, though, because like I'm on Twitter all the time because I'm a narcissist. That's not really true. I'm like the opposite of a narcissist, which is exactly what a narcissist would say. But either way, there we go. Damage, dude. Either way, you never know, because, like, I see people, they'll, like, make a joke about One Direction, and then there's all these accounts, just like, you know, Harry Styles fan 101, I love Harry, and they, like, have 80,000 followers, and they're like, check out this basic boy making fun of Harry Styles, and then there's just, like, 100,000 Harry Styles avatar accounts get up in their mentions, and I'm like, I don't know where we are in the world. That's not unique to our generation, you know? My mom had pictures of freaking Davy Jones up in her room, I'm sure, when she was growing up, and that's as much as I want to think about that. But I'm just saying, you know, I'm unfamiliar with the scope of popular media in this day and age. You're really going to construct your whole identity around a celebrity from a different country? I'm not biting the hand that feeds. If you have like an account that's like, I'm my identity as being a fan of Northernlion. I'm very flattered. A little scared, but also flattered as well. But this, you got so much more to offer than that, you know. You take some time, find yourself, figure out what you're in it for, and then, you know, construct your identity around that instead. I don't want to be in this room anymore. By the way, so High Priestess, not High Priestess, Blue Baby's only friend, I think, for all the flack that it gets for being kind of like boring because you don't shoot, you just set your cursor and forget your cursor. I think it's like what I'm gonna use because I believe it's more consistent damage. Puberty's fine here. And if we're gonna do that, then we really should take either How to Jump or Gigafart because we're not gonna be using Blue Candle very much. So, actually, I am an idiot. Great damage there. I am an idiot moron, man. Why wouldn't we use Blue Candle? We can use Blue Candle while this is hanging out over top of enemies and run into no problems whatsoever. No, don't stop that. The worst thing is just when these guys collide. This is what it's like when guys collide! But Power Man 5000 references aside, that's how we got hit. I mean, getting hit 3 times on this room is just an embarrassment, but... Dude, we both know you're dusted. So we got 4 luck. That's enough to expect some chests down here, Loveless. And if you can't stand the heat, you know where to get out of. Yeah, Blue Candle's still... Oh, my... Jesus Christ. Blue Candle's still the right choice here. I'm not convinced we're going to live on this run. I know I said that I thought we would. I'm not convinced of it anymore. Of course, we have Dark Bomb. I'm not saying we got like a 50% chance to die. I'm just saying I don't think we're at 90. Please stay on the same plane. The astral plane, or I'll go insane. NL, was that a reference to Jonathan Richman? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Famous to most people as the singer from There's Something About Mary. His friends would say, stop whining. They've had enough of that. His friends would say, stop pining. There's other girls to look at. They tried to set him up with Tiffany and Indigo. But there's something about Mary that they don't know. But he did stalk her. It was kind of weird, but, you know, a funny movie. Look, the 90s were a different time. Simpler time. Trying to stay out of trouble here. I know the board game advertisement said it's fun getting into trouble, but I disagree to a large extent. I think getting into trouble is the worst part. Sometimes breaking the rules can be fun. Getting into trouble, though, that's, you know, you don't want to get caught. Most of the time, I think. Please let me finish this run. Yeah, I got 200 minutes before Roundtable. Can probably fit in today's Isaac episodes in that time. Tyrone laughs at your desired workflow. It's just slow, man. It's just slow. No, don't push it further away from him. That's just cruel. And then he paid out with the spider. I'm running out of commentary fuel, game. You gotta have mercy on this one. Like, cut me some flippin' slack. Like, I'm at the point, I don't care who I kill last here. Why would I guess we should kill Gluttony last, because we've already lost permanent Polaroid invincibility, but who cares? At all. This is, you've made me a nihilist. A Nicholas nihilist. That's what you've done. You've converted me. I'm your disciple now. Thanks for the spirit heart. Really appreciate it. Oh, why not? Why wouldn't you? So, actually, to be fair, soy milk and lump of coal are a nice combination. And actually, 1 rate of fire with 1.77 damage is not that bad. Not quite, you know, riding home to mom levels, but it's up there. Plus, by the time you see it, you already have lost the chance to, or you've lost a percentage chance to see more special items in the future, which is why I'm like, the only thing you gain by skipping soy milk is not having soy milk, which is usually enough to skip soy milk. But in some situations, you know, you might be thinking, well, I can get a better chance to get brimstone or something later. Not gonna happen. So, mom's bottle of pills we use, we get pheromones, who cares? We grab Black Rune. Black Rune has given us a luck bonus. I was gonna say, now that we've gotten a luck bonus, it's a personal guarantee that we will have no more rooms before the boss fight that give us a chest. It's the stat that only mattered until, you know, literally the time when we got it improved. But either way, we're about to end this run, and I was wrong. We are gonna win, and we're gonna win relatively easily. We're fighting against an enemy who doesn't move for like the first half of the fight here, which makes it pretty good time to use blue candle as well as soy milk. So we're not having to concern ourselves with the knockback effects that normally are annoying here. I'll go ahead and say, like, if you invent a time machine, you know, do the requisite stuff, kill Hitler, buy Apple stock, etc., etc. You know, make a lot of money, win the lottery, or, you know, bet on Super Bowl or something like that. But after you do that, like 10th on your list, don't play this daily. Save yourself an hour. Maybe this daily starts the descent of you into, you know, because that's what's bad about this daily, is that it's not so bad that, you know, it justifies you being a curmudgeon. It's just bad enough that you're like starting to get tilted by mundane minutia, and you find yourself just becoming vaguely unpleasant for the rest of the day as a result of doing this, you know? Hey, thanks for the spirit heart. That's what's so insidious about it. 32,171st. We actually ranked very well, by my standards at least. Thanks for watching. Thanks for spending 50 minutes with me here. If you enjoyed the episode, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.